Hey y'all. I have not posted in a long time, which I apologize. Hopefully, there will be some new stuff coming very soon. But the reason for this video is something different. I came to New York City at 19 years old to follow a passion in musical theater. I did 1 year of college at a school in Vermont, and then I packed my little 19-year-old self up and came to New York City to go to a musical theater conservatory. And I have always had the dream to be on Broadway. That is my biggest dream. Nothing would ever compare to being on Broadway. I don't care if I'm chorus number 347 on that stage. I don't care what it is. I don't care if I only walk across that stage. My biggest role, my biggest dream has always been Broadway. And anyone who knows me knows that that's the truth. But I have not been auditioning since pre-COVID. COVID happened, and then, I went back to Vermont, moved to the Albany area for a little bit, and I've been back in the city for I want to say 4 years now, and I haven't really been doing anything theater related, which is so sad. And I truly feel like there's a part of me that feels lonely right now, and I want a change in my life because I think you should really follow your passions and do what makes you happy. And I don't really think that I've been doing that. I left my hotel job after 10 years, which was exciting. And I'm at a job which is great, but it still doesn't really fulfill me in the way that I know following my passion would. And so recently on social media, there is this girl named Cara Rose DePietro. I think I'm saying that right. And she is all over TikTok, and she's an actress, and she works at a restaurant here in New York, and she's constantly talking about mental health and auditions and just this really important stuff that kind of needs to be said when you're going through this industry. And, when I was 19 and I went to a musical theater school, I was from a small town in Vermont, and I was just literally 19 years old, so naive, didn't know anything, and just dropped in Manhattan. And it was a culture shock. It was shell shock. It was every type of shock you can imagine. I was just a little baby boy and didn't know anything. Didn't know anything. Oh my God, I'll never forget. It was the first time I saw boys wearing makeup, and I had a friend who gave me a hug. And when he came off, my gray pea coat had brown makeup on it, and I was like, "Oh my God, you wear makeup?" He's like, "Yeah, you don't." I'm like, "No." Um, but it was just a lot of firsts for me, and I think it was very overwhelming. And every day in front of people, you're singing, you're dancing, you're acting, and it was just a lot. And I don't know, somewhere along the way, I think doing that day after day after day, I kind of lost the love because you're constantly being critiqued day after day after day. And at 19, 20 years old, I think that can be a lot on people. It is a lot. All my friends that I went to school with, it was just relentless. And it's hard to constantly, constantly, constantly be told, oh, you're not doing this well enough. Oh my God, when you're dancing, you're doing this. Oh my God, when you're acting, you're doing this. When you're singing, you're sounding like that, blah, blah. It's that's the whole point. And I understand that that's the whole point. But when you're young, it can really take a toll on you. And I think it did on me. But I still, before COVID, we're doing voice lessons and auditioning here and there. But something about watching Cara Rose DePietro's content made me feel like, I'm 37. I'm not getting any younger. And there is a part of me that still feels like there is a star in here. And I've always felt that way. And maybe that makes me a narcissist. Maybe it makes me, I don't know, overconfident. I don't know what it makes me, but I still believe in my heart of hearts that there is a star in here and that it's never too late. And I tell everybody that will listen, it is never too late to do what you want to do with your life. And so I'm going to do it. And it's been 5, 6 years since I've done anything theater related. And I don't even know where my music book is, but I'm going to make a new music book. I'm going to do my resume, headshots, and if you want to follow along on the journey of starting over and chasing a passion that you've had since you were a young child, then this is going to be for you, because I don't know where it will lead. I don't know when I will get a part or if I will get a part. But what I do know is that for 6 years, I have not tried. And that is going to change, because you will never get anywhere in this life without trying. And the way that I encourage my friends to do something that they want to do with their life is what I'm really trying to encourage myself with doing. And I recommend that to everyone. And it's going to be a hard journey and full of surprises, because I'm old now and I don't know how the business works. I mean, I just found out that you don't even need to earn points to get your equity card anymore. I'm like, what? Mind blown. I haven't even been in this world in so long, but that has to change, because I need to find my tribe. And I feel like I quite haven't found that yet. And I want to. I want to be in a cast with people who are passionate about the same things as me. I want to give a show stopping number where the audience is like, what the hell? And I know I have it in me and it's rusty, but I'm gonna bring it out because I believe in myself. And no matter how many years go by, I just still have. And I don't know if that's a sign from the universe telling me to still do it. I don't know if it's just delusion. I don't know what it is. But I think you need a little bit of delusion to make it in this business. And yeah, that's what I wanted to share, that I am going to start auditioning. I'm going to start entering this world after years of not being in it. And if that is something that interests you, follow along. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of funny stories. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of tough times. But join along if you care. And follow Cara Rose DePietro, because she's very inspiring for people who are in musical theater. So shout out to her. All right, let's do this. Bye.